When we talk about development, I personally believe we shouldn't leave Cape Coast out. Cape Coast is a beautiful city. This city has a lot of. It's like, let's say it's a candidate for development. Especially Ghana aiming to target more tourists to visit the country. I believe tourism will bring a lot of wealth in the country. Ghana is a place that many people connect due to historic moments. As you've seen over time, diasporans they come there and they connect. With the spirit of the ancestors. Cape Coast is a place for that. Cape Coast is a city, and mark the word, Cape Coast will be the best city to live in the coming years. I remember doing a poll on Twitter and many social media platforms that which city is the best for an exhibition center. Now, as I did my research, I saw that there was an exhibition center in Accra, which is very beautiful, and I believe they should keep it. I saw recent news. I saw last year there was a news about this exhibition center that they're going to break it down, but I don't know if they've broken it down. But I hope to keep it. It is a very beautiful classical design that is wow. It's amazing. They should keep it. It will help the country. But an exhibition center, a modern one, a modern design that will be based in a particular location. And if there is any city that it has to be based in a city whereby tourists visit more. And I believe it is Cape Coast. Cape Coast is a city that many tourists love to visit whenever they come to Ghana. They go to the Kakrum National Park, they go to Omena Castle, they go to the Cape Coast Castle. They see where the fishermen are fishing and a lot of things. They experience a whole lot of things around the beach site and a lot of things. So, picking a location for this design, I had to do a poll for Ghanaians to vote. And I targeted 100 first, but because many people were not active on Twitter much or something like that. I don't know what happened, but it seems that the poll reached about around 70 votes. So we counted in the 70 votes, and overall, when the 70 votes came in, they chose Cape Coast Castle, and indeed that was what I was imagining. Is it exhibition center? Is it a youth center? Matter of fact, I was so close to doing a youth center, but a good friend of mine, is building a youth center, I think in Takrade, and it's really, really beautiful. He built it in Takrade, and it's amazing. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna cross this person and do it. I will probably build something else different, and that's how I came up with exhibition convention center. And I believe it will be convenient for many investors. Why did I choose to design this exhibition convention center? I chose this idea because I personally believe that Ghana is willing to attract investors, and in order to do that, there has to be a lot of events that will go on, world international events that will go on, whereby investors will have to come in the country to see many businesses and many things that the nation does. And in order to do that, they will need a place for it, a modern place that is built. And that is why I designed this Cape Coast Convention Center, Cape Coast Exhibition Convention Center. Once the location was chosen, which was Cape Coast, I started looking for lands. I went to Google Map to start looking for lands in many areas. And looking at the city is pretty interesting. How a lot of green areas are still active in Ghana, and it amazes me. And it's one of the best things we are supposed to do around every other city. We must preserve the green areas. Ghana is a wonderful place, and I believe building a lot of building in Accra has caused many problems. Because they don't preserve the green site, and at the end of the day, it floods. So this city amazed me, and I believe it's a future city. And as soon as I chose the land, as soon as I was searching for the land, I found the land, and I did the measurements and a lot of things. But here was the problem. The problem was if I should build near the sea, or or maybe I should build, just around the Cape Coast Castle area. That was my hardest decision, and I had to really think about the design structure and style that I'm going to use before I decide on where to build. The third phase of the project was to start, designing concepts, and I had about 2 or 3 concepts in mind before I started sketching it up. As an architect, you're supposed to have many concepts in your mind. Begin to visualize it before you build it. You must always visualize before you build it. So I had to visualize this idea, then put it on paper, and then put it on the computer. One of the hardest things I faced was making the plans and the sizes. I had to do a lot of research about exhibition centers, museums, theaters, how they're built, and the things that are involved in it, and acquire a lot of information. So I was doing that a lot, and that led to bringing up an idea. When building the project, I wanted to build something that would be simple. Simplicity is key. As one of the architects, the major famous architects will say, I think it's Mines van der Rohe, he will say that less is more. So I wanted simplicity, something that is easier to build, something that will last, something that will, it will last a long time, and it will be useful for the nation. I thought of, designing this exhibition center in a simplest way that I can design it. Some people will call it a square, but a square with a proper design and a beautiful interior makes a great building. So that is how I came up with the idea. I think I should take a break. In a few minutes, probably I'll go back to sleep and probably rest, because I cannot do all this the whole day. As you see from my voice, I'm extremely tired, and yes, I have to go. So there's going to be a lot of things that are involved in this convention center. There will be about 3 halls that will accommodate a VIP space, also local people as well, their own space, which will be 2 doors for them and 1 for the VIP. And this building is made with a steel, curtain wall basically that surrounds all around the building, as well as columns, a column that also supports both the roof and the floors around. In the reception, you'll see that there is 1 floor above, the ground floor, which will be meant for administration offices, or in case of if there's an event, people can go upstairs and consult many offices that will be used over there in case of big events. Also, there will be stores as well, which will be at the back of side of the building near the car parks. There will be also storage rooms, which will be also located at the back side of the building, which will be at the car park, whereby trucks and many things can also pass there and load and unload things for the events. So that is some things that I was, the ideas that I popped in my mind, whereby I had to jot it down to visualize this place before I designed it. Now, designing this building was I enjoyed it somehow. I can say I enjoyed it because if you like what you're doing and you know that it's going to not benefit you by just for your nation, the love of your nation, you get a bit of joy inside you. So that is something that I live for. I live for that. I live for development. I'm always all about development in my life. Development. I know it's normal with many architects. We see the problem and we find solutions. Every architect is a solution finder, and that is how we roll. Talking about the structure of the building, I had to use the knowledge from my office design buildings, how it's been designed with the columns and a lot of things. The columns are always supporting the roof. The height of the building being about 8 meter high, and it's also support the first floor as well as the ground floor basically. This building was really well planned, and concerning the environment as well, I made sure to put a car park right at the backside of the building as well as a road so that trucks and other things, other materials can load and unload things that they will need for events, big events. And yes, that is some of the things I believe I can remember from this beautiful design. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end to listen to the design. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button so that we can also move forward. Suggest to me in the comment section what project would you like me to design next for the nation of Ghana. Let me know what Ghana needs and I will deliver. Thank you very much.